Hello everyone, my name is Justin and welcome back to the Winnipeg Jets GM Mode Series. We're here on free agency after 2 years. We made the playoffs last year, round 1 exit. Not the worst thing. I forget who we drafted, but we can take a look at that. But first I want to address the fact that I asked you what I should do since we got fired on the Owner Mode Series. I gave you guys some options. If we should start a new Owner Mode series, if we should just have this series, start a new different series. And pretty much the consensus was just to keep this one and pump out the videos. And that's what I was leaning towards. With Legacy GM Mode, I had my series going with the New York Islanders, and I was pumping out the videos, and it was going all good. Then NHL 17 came out, so I said I want to do Owner Mode too, but I know people wanted to watch GM Mode, so I was doing both series, but I didn't want to upload once. I was going back and forth with the series. I didn't want to upload an episode of this series the day after an episode of the last series. I wanted the views to build up a little bit, so essentially what that was doing was making 3 days in between each episode of each series. So Winnipeg and 3 more days before another Winnipeg episode. And I didn't like that because we were going really slow. We should have 4 or 5 years done by now, really. So I'm just going to stick with this one. I'm going to plan to have out a new episode every other day. And just do that. Every day is a little bit too much with school going on. If it was summer, then maybe. But every other day we're going to have a Winnipeg episode, hopefully. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen every time, but we're just going to try to pump out these episodes. So where we were last time, we're making pretty good progress with this team. I asked you who we should sign in free agency. Many people said sign Evander Kane. He was 81 overall, but it's only because he was mad. He should get back up to 86, 87, and he's really cheap deal. Now the reason why people want to do that, I asked you guys if we should get another top 6 guy. Hold on, let's see who's in the system real quick. Okay, Patrick Laine, remember that. I asked you guys if we should get another top 6 guy because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Laine 5. And I'd rather have Dano on the 3rd line and Kosmachuk on the 4th. We could move everyone up, but that just makes our depth a little bit not as good. One person did say Mike Green. I don't think that's necessary. I think we got a good 6 guys here. Obviously, Bufflin has to go eventually, and it could be after next year because he's down to top 4 exact, which means he probably will drop this offseason, actually. So maybe try to get him a cup next year, and then he'll probably have to be on the outs. But same with Wheeler. Eventually, he's going to have to leave. But we want to try to get them to a cup next year. It's going to be the goal, win the cup. So we will sign free agents. I considered getting not Reinhardt, but I considered getting Hornquist, but 4 years, no, not happening. I considered Atkinson, but 4 years again, a little bit much. So everyone was saying to get, he's around here somewhere. Oh my goodness, he's a left winger, right? Or is he a right winger? Or can I just not find him? Okay, it's ridiculous. I know. I searched by this one. I found him. So mine says, oh my goodness. Here he is. He was a left winger. I didn't realize he was 79. I thought he was a little bit higher than that. Now my question is, I don't know the answer to this, so this might not be good. They stopped growing it after 26. So if they're mad at their team when they turn 26, are they going to stay low, or can they still get back up to what they were? I don't know. We can always trade him. It's not an awful deal. We'll get him a 3-year, 1.5. Hopefully he'll get back up to his old self. We can always make trades at the trade deadline because we want to win the cup next year. That's always a possibility. Now, something I'm not so sure of is whether we have a number 7 defenseman or enough forwards for like the 4th line and stuff. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to trade Perot, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we have enough guys for next year, I think, on forwards at least. Defenseman, Green's looking like he's going to be ready, which is going to be a conflict on if we start a guy like Chariot, but we have him long term, so that's kind of... that's not good. Maybe I shouldn't have signed Chariot. I don't know. We'll see. So I really don't need to sign anyone else. We'll look at some prospects. Some of the potential players. Maybe get this dude. But I think that's going to be all we're going to sign for now. We'll see if we have any needs at the beginning of the year. But might as well just trade Perot right now. There's just not a spot on our team anymore. He was underperforming. I mean, he needs some kind of fresh start. On a team that wants him, that has cap. Maybe Carolina. Florida. You can always use draft picks, but they don't want to give them up, of course. Everyone wants Pro, but no one wants to give up draft picks for him. Nope. For crying out freaking loud. We'll just try. Oh, okay. 3rd round pick for Pro, not bad. So I will see you guys when we get to the preseason. Okay, everyone, I'm back here. I have our lines done. We have a few little problems. Maybe too many people. We might have to trade some people if they get angry with us. But let's just take a look what I have so far. I got line A, Shifley, and Wheeler. That's our line 1. Hopefully, line A will grow. I know he says it's the second liner, but hopefully he'll grow. Then Ehlers, Little, and Kane. Kane's back to an 86. What a signing that was. We have him for 3 freaking years. I want to see it. His shooting's good. So then I went with Burmistrov, Lowry, Dana, the same 3s last year for our 3rd line. Our 4th line, Lemieux, Howden, and Kosmachuk. Now Kosmachuk and Lemieux are 3rd liners, so that might be a problem, but I gave him some ice time in other places. But Chariot's scratched, and he might get mad. I wanted to play Luke Green. He's young, top 6. I wanted to play him, essentially. But power play, line A, Shifley, Ehlers. I didn't put Wheeler 1st line just because that'd be 3 right-handers, and I want them on their one-handed sides, or their one-time sides. I didn't put Kane there because I wanted a sniper on both the 1st and 2nd. So Lemieux doesn't get mad. He has a wicked shot. I know it's up a little bit right now, but the power, still, even if it gets like 90 for each of them, that's still a wicked slap shot. So I put him on the point for now at least. And the penalty kill, I guess I didn't give Kosmachuk penalty kill, so he might get mad, but we'll see. And then our goalies, Comrie's going to be the man, even though Hellebuck played better than him last year. He's now up to 88. Hopefully he will actually get something going. He's looking like a goalie of the future. Hellebuck might not be on the team next year. He might want his big boy contract. But that's the lineup we're going with. Actually, yeah, we might as well take a look at our AHL squad here. I didn't change any lines. But that's what it's looking like. Peyton didn't make it, but he's a minor league scorer, so who really cares? Defensively, we don't even have any good prospects. So that's our team. I actually want to see your captains and jerseys. I haven't messed with these at all. I don't know if they're still the same as the original. I don't want the freaking AHL squad. I don't know if they're still the same three. I can't think of who they are in real life. I don't know. Shifley, Wheeler, the captain. Yeah, they're still the same, so we don't have to worry about that right now. So I think we'll sim a few games here. I don't know how long I've been recording, but we'll sim a few. We might as well. First, we gotta get past this stupid preseason. So, there's been talks around the league that Laine might be the better draft pick than Austin Matthews. Laine has a ton of goals. You know, I kind of was like, when Laine came out and said he was the best player in the draft, I think it was before the draft even happened, that he was the best player. I mean, he might not have been kidding. I mean, it's too early to say, you know, Laine is better than Matthews or Matthews better than Laine, but it's going to be interesting, those two. Pooja Harvey hasn't really done as much as either of them. We're 1-1. Okay, that's a rough loss. We'll sim to the end of this month, get these few games in here, just to see what we're looking like. See where we need to change. Please comment if there's any line changes I should make. But we'll take a look at the player stats after this. That might help you decide who we should change where. We're going for the cup, so we need to get wins. We don't want to be no slouching team that barely makes the playoffs. We want to be a dominant team this year. I'm gonna win in Minnesota just to make me happy. Okay, there we go. So we started off the season 5-3-1. Not awful, not amazing. Keep in mind, we're 9 games in, but let's have a look at what our penalty kill and stuff is doing, because I want you guys to make sure I have the right lines. Goals found per game. Winnipeg. Okay, we're not that bad. We're like 6th. That's good, actually. Goals allowed per game. Not very good on that. Well, not awful. Power play percentage. Nashville is just killing it, but we are 3rd. Our penalty kill certainly isn't good. Near the bottom of the league. Maybe we should add some adjustments to that. We'll look at the player stats. point-wise, Little, Ehlers, and Kane. The second line actually outperforming the first line. Wheeler 8, line at 7, Scheifele 5. So maybe a line change there. Maybe Little or Kane or Ehlers replaces Wheeler on that first line. Maybe Wheeler's not our first liner. I know he has more points than these two, but I think that these two should have better years than what it's looking like they might have. Then Kozma, Chuck, Lemieux, Burmistro only 2, Lowry only 2, and Dana only 2. Maybe that line isn't working. Remember, I'm willing to put Harkins in if you guys want me to. Just try to convince me on the good line combinations. Tell me if I should trade anyone because we have too many. Defensively, our only minus player is Jacob Trouba. In goalie-wise, Comrie 3 and 2. Hellebuck once again, a little bit less games, but already looking better. Hopefully, Comrie can figure it out. So that's the start of the season, guys. Please give me some line combinations, who we should trade, if anyone. And just any helpful things you can give me. I really appreciate it. I read the comments, even though sometimes there's only 1 or none or 3 or 6. I read them all. I consider them all. And yeah, so have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode.